And we're back. Now, let's start this week off with checking the pumps, making sure everything's turned on and doing what it's supposed to do. And then we'll go up in the woods and check pressures, because I got gauges on everything again. So we can see what all the lines are doing now. And maybe we'll find a few leaks and get things even tighter so we can get more pressure. And maybe we'll do some cooking in this video. Stick around and find out. Doesn't look like this one's running yet. Oh, it's not on either. Let's see if we can find out why. Alright, so after some quick investigation, I blew a fuse. I don't know why it blew a fuse. I've never had that happen before. So we'll get another fuse and put it in, see if that one holds up. If not, we'll have to figure out why it's blowing fuses. But before we make that trip back to my house to get the fuses, because of course I leave all of the stuff clear over there, let's run over to the house and make sure that at least one of my pumps are running. All right, good. This one's running. Got about 8 inches of vacuum. That says it's 46.5 degrees. Need to get that filter cleaned out. Maybe if I can get a... right there. Maybe you can see how dirty that is. I'll get that cleaned out a little bit later. I want to go get that fuse and get that other pump running. Doesn't sound like or look like it's running much right now. It got real cold last night, so I think we have a little bit of time, but better to have vacuum on it all the time than not have it when you need it. Alrighty, fuses retrieved. Current plan, get the pump running, then we'll go get the tractor and get this pumped out, put it in the tank, get the stove started, get the tank at the house pumped out, get everything boiled, kill all the bacteria in it, and then at some point we'll call that quits. But while we're doing that, hopefully the vacuum should be filled up and everything enough by then, and then we'll run up in the woods and see if we can find any leaks and check pressure gauges. Pump's running and building pressure. Let's go get the tractor. And we're pumping. Got a little pump down there. We don't have much up here to pump out. You can see it just there above the valve, but it's not level. So back here it's clear down there. So this shouldn't take long, and we'll get it over to the trailer, get it pumped into the pan, get the fire started. Alrighty, come in here and make sure everything is ready. Turn that on. Make sure the valve is closed. Time to fill it up. Tank level going down, pan level going up. 2 streams are better than 1. Pan's full, firebox is full. Time to make fire. Fire! I think I got her hot enough. We'll get her shut down and buttoned up. And we'll see if she keeps going. Let's get the tractor put away and check out these lines. I don't think we're gonna find much. It doesn't look like they're moving at all. We'll go over and double check the pump at the house, make sure things are pumping, but after we put the tractor away. So we got the tractor with the splitter on and ready to go, but I'm gonna run my lines quick before I get carried away splitting wood and then dark happens. I'm not expecting to find much. I don't think it's running, and if it is, it's running very little, so we'll go find out what's happening. We made it down to this pump box. Let's see here, we got 11 inches. still charging. We don't really have any sun on it. See what we got in here. Still bringing in 1.6. Putting out 1.2. That's not bad. The longer it does that, the longer the battery lasts. Let's get up the line and see what we got. Better look at the panels. It's got sun all around it. Got a little bit of there on the bottom, I guess. Keep moving them. You can move it wherever you want. You end up in shade eventually, right? Oh well, it is what it is. Well, both gauges are reading about 5 inches. You can see down here, that top one is my bottom run, and it is running way faster than my top run, which is on the bottom. I really need to find the leak in this one. Not really worried about that top. It's moving slow enough that if it has a leak in it, I'm not really too concerned. That bottom one really needs to get tightened up. We'll try to get up to these top gauges and see what they're reading up top. Alright, so I just walked up the ends straight up to the short runs gauge. I got about 2 inches on it, which is about 3 less than I did down below, so that darn sneaky leak. Alright, I'm gonna run up to the top and see what I got up there, and then I'll walk down the main and see if I can figure out where the air is coming in at, because on that line over there that runs through, I have a bunch of sap just sitting in it. So I don't know, it's not, the trees aren't giving enough to get everything moving, so it might be easier to find at least what line it's coming in on, or at least what ones don't have sap sitting in them. Maybe, we'll see. Made it up here to this top one. It is also sitting at about 2 inches. So I'm starting to think my walk back may not be as eventful as I was hoping it would be. But we won't know without walking it, right? Well, wish me luck. Alright, so we are about 4, maybe 5 laterals in to this point. And you can see it's moving nice and slow. I only have one more that goes in. I don't know, I think it's the next one down after this one. This one starts the short run. So I don't think I have any leaks up to that point. And like I said down there, I don't think I have any leaks. And if they are, they're very small. But being that there isn't enough sap flowing, I'm not getting my vacuum up there because that sure flow is too small to pull a lot of vacuum up here. So a lot of my vacuum is going to come from the gravity setup that I have. Let's keep walking down this, and hopefully I can find out where I'm getting my air from my short run. So this is the last one on that top run. I stopped to look at it and make sure it looked good too. And then I seen over here that this is an electric fence that's almost always on. And you can see right there is a bite mark. It didn't penetrate, it's not sucking air. And also right there. So I really hope whoever bit that got shocked. Maybe they learned their lesson to stop biting my sap lines. But I doubt it. Back to hunting air leaks. Alright, so if you've watched my previous video about the solar pump box setup. You know that I've been hunting this leak for a while, and I am back to this Y. You can see it coming in nice and slow, almost as slow as the top one. And then you come on this side, and it's just woof, 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 woof. Which means I'm getting air. But I can't find any holes in this. Alrighty, so I got this pinched off, and it's still doing it. So I guess now I'm gonna cut these zip ties off, and I don't know, maybe it's leaking around one of these fittings, or maybe something's cracked. I don't know. Well, I cut it off, I couldn't see anything wrong with it. But now you can see both sides are moving at about the same pace. What I did was come up here and pinch it off. I was trying to pinch it off down here, and apparently it was leaking by, but got a good bite on it here. You can see sap sitting there. So I guess the next step is to bite over here and see if it's this tree or that tree. I finally found it, at least the one on this one. So it sits on the tree like this. You can't really see it. It's on the back corner of it. But if you roll it over, see that little tiny black spot right there? Maybe. My glove off. Right, right there. You play with it, you can hear it sucking just a little bit. Let's get a splice in this and finally, hopefully, fix this problem. We got that fixed, but back over here, you can see it's still moving pretty fast, but it's also moving fast over here, so I'm guessing that's a vacuum thing. We'll come back tomorrow and check it, and then we'll check these as we go down. But I think it's time to go help Dad split wood and call it a night. Down here at the gauges, my low side has more vacuum than my high side now. Low side's sitting at about 4, maybe. And high side's sitting at like 3, 2. It's alright, we'll let it figure out what it's doing and try again tomorrow. Splitting wood time. Because I just can't help myself. The pump is sitting at 11. I don't know. Maybe I have a leak in my 3/4 inch line. I don't know. Time will tell. Keep working on it. Got a good start to it. Got some steam coming out. Oh yeah. We're back. We're gonna walk this line real quick just to see what the first set of gauges are. I got the tractor down there pumping the tank out. We're sitting at about 2.5 bars. I don't know how many gallons that is. We don't really count the gallons, we just count the bars. So let's get up here and see. Down at the pump, I'm pulling 16 inches. Let's see if we can get the flash on. I would say we're pulling 16 on the top run. Here we go. About 16 on that top run, and then about 10 on the bottom run. So fixing that hole last night helped a lot, but apparently we still have at least one more, so maybe I'll get out of work in time tomorrow to work on that. We'll run back down to the tractor and take a quick look at that, then run over to the trailer, get get this tank pumped over to the house to get it RO'd. Dad's got 4 bars over there that he's been working on. So hopefully when we get this load over there, we can get that pumped out to the stove and get it cooking. Then we'll get this pumped over there, get that RO'd, and by then we should have enough room in the pan to get everything to fit.
Daddy,
what?
I fall.
You fall?
Yeah, check.
Alright, so we made it over to the shack. We've been running the pump for, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes. Coming down a little bit. Last night, when we were splitting wood, I got it stacked up last night, and that's what that ended up with. And then in here, we got what he had RO'd down. Let's see if we can see. Unfortunately, that's a full tank already, so we'll have to wait a little bit. I don't know. I might be putting in a long night over here. We also have to get this warmed up and check it for density. I'm hoping it's close. Well, I'm not hoping it's close. I know it's close. I just don't know if it's done. I gotta get it up to, I don't know, probably gonna bring it up to 60, maybe a little higher. Check it on the Murphy cup, or the cup. I don't know if that's the Murphy cup. But we'll get it tested, and if we have to cook it more, we cook it more. Alright, I've been playing with it for a while. We're just gonna have to cook it. I can't get it down to 66. So we'll just heat it up, cook it down a little bit, get it finished up. We're making progress. I got that pan done. It's in there now, so it can cool off. Plus it's bigger and I can use these pans. Got this one dripping, about done. And this one I'm still fighting with to get it warm. Every time it gets hot, it wants to blow up out of the pan, so it's always a fun battle. That's better. I scooped some of that scum off the top. And now we're cooking pretty good. Let's get it tested and see where we're at. Just a little bit overdone. I think we'll get some syrup out of the other bucket and see if we can bring it down a little bit. Syrup out of the bucket. I mean, sap out of the pan. We're just gonna put a little bit in there to start with. We'll let that get mixed in there and then we'll test it again and see where we're at. Alrighty, you can see it right there in the bubbles. Good to go. We'll get this one emptied out, refilled, keep going. Pans are reloaded. Time to get cooking. Another night done. We got all of those done. And the last little bit of that one. That should be probably 14 gallons. So that's a pretty good batch. I probably have another 10 or 12 in the pan right now. That's really why I wanted to get done tonight. So I had my pan's free for tomorrow and we can start again. All right, see you guys in a minute. And we're back for yet another day. We're gonna walk these lines over here at the house because we haven't done that lately. We're currently sitting at 13 inches at the pump. We got 17 on the high run and almost 18 on the low run. And that's just, most of that vacuum's picked up just in this run. If it was a little bit tighter and I got rid of my sags, it might be just a touch more. So that's one of the perks of having it set up on gravity, or as a gravity system, that pump definitely helps get things moving, but the gravity caused from the sap sitting in the lines adds just that much more to the system, making a more efficient system. We'll go up and hit these two gauges on top and see what we got. Then we'll run over to the other side and see what we're sitting at over there. This is the low run and it's sitting at what, 28? So I say that's pretty good, considering what, half of that is on the pump and the other half is on gravity. Perks, perks. And this side's sitting at 28 too. I would say this side is more than tight enough, which is good, because I'm still thinking I have at least one leak on the other side. I've only been hunting for that for like 2 weeks. So at least I got one woods the way it should be, and probably half the other one. But we'll go over, take a look, see what we got going on tonight. It's a little warm. Then I don't know, I think it's supposed to be 60 today and then 60 tomorrow. So it's not running great today. It probably won't run much at all tomorrow. But then a cold snap's supposed to come in tomorrow night. So hopefully that'll get the trees reset for at least the weekend. And then we might be done. The weather's not looking great. Next week's supposed to be in the 50s and 60s all week. Nights in the mid to low 40s. So if they run, it won't be much. But I don't know, I'll probably stay tapped just to watch the weather and the trees. If the buds don't come out, I'm not going to worry about it. I might as well just keep them tapped and keep going. But I'm guessing they're probably gonna pop, and that'll be it for the season. All right, let's get over to the other side. This project goes on much longer. I might have to get a stump down here to stand on because I'm not tall enough for this. We'll have to climb up there and figure it out, because these coolers are awesome, but they also like to collect water. So we gotta get the water out of them after it rains. And we had a pretty good rainmaker today, so not just rain, I guess. Some hail too, that was fun. Oh yeah, look at all that beautiful water in there. And I thought putting that on the back of it, just a little piece of plastic, would help. I think it's running in here. I need to tie a string off on this, and maybe where it comes in at, maybe it's running down there. But at least it's staying off the controllers. Alright, I'll get this cleaned out and then we'll go walk the lines. Alright, we got that dry enough. Let's take a quick look at this charge controller. Let's see here. Currently at 0.5 coming in, using 1.3, 1.2. But it's actually sucking it in pretty good right now. 53.5 degrees. Surprisingly, we are sitting at what, almost 16 inches. For having that leak in there, I think we're doing pretty good. With that much vacuum, maybe we will be able to find the leak tonight. Maybe I just won't worry about it if the season's almost over. We'll see how the night goes. Definitely got the same problem over here with the gauges again. The one on the left is sitting at probably 14. And the one on the right is sitting at 10. And the bottom one, or the one on the right, is my bottom run. That's always caused me problems. You can see down here, bottom is my top, top is my bottom. There's a lot of open spots in there. But we're not going to worry about that first. We're going to run up and look at the gauges. See what the gauges are sitting at. And then we'll check it out on the way back down. And hopefully it'll work out like it did last time. Being able to find out where the sap's not running at. And work up the line from there. Oof. 11. So that means between the pump and the extra line running down to the extra 5/16 line running down to the 3/4 inch is adding vacuum to more than what is getting pulled to clear at the top. That's not good. Come over here and see what this top run looks like. I am dressed way too heavy for all these fun activities. Ah, that's better. Not as high as the other side. It's only at what, 26. But that's tight enough. See if we can find something going on with this other line. If anyone's watching this and you do sap lines and you're good at finding leaks, tell me, where's my, tell me, do I have a leak up here if this line is completely full and this line clear up to my gauge and down is empty, or do I just not have enough vacuum to pull it out of this line? Things to learn that I am not sure about. I know there is sap running in this line because down where it goes, turns into the main line, you can see it running in and mixing with the air and doing this little bubble thing, but up here you can't see it. Well, scratch that. You can see it sitting in the line. Nothing coming over. You can see the one underneath of it. It's running. Keep walking and guessing, I guess. And then you have spots like this that make me fairly confident that I don't have a leak up there, that the leak is down there. But I don't know. Guess we'll go until it looks different and then take a gander from there. This is the one we fixed, what was it, 2 nights ago? I don't think it was last night, it must have been 2 nights ago. and it's still holding tight. That's a plus. I don't know. I guess I'm still suspicious of that very first run. I don't know. Keep going. Well, it's focused on the sky, but you can see the one with the Y. It's still locked up there. And that's the last run on it, so go down there and see if it's locked up there, or if we have a lot of air bypassing there. I've suspected this one all season. I've already fixed one hole in it, but I thought there was, oh yeah. All right, look at this. All right, you see those fast movers? Come on, right there. And then this side, we're still got the slow movers. So we're getting air from somewhere. Let's walk this for the 8th time, probably. See if we can find something tonight. Halfway up this. And I haven't found anything yet that I can tell. There's a bunch of chew marks, but I don't think any of them have gone through, and I can't get any air to come out of the ones I'm suspicious of. I got it pinched off. We're gonna walk down and check the air coming into that Y. And if it has stopped, we know the leak's up higher. And if it's still going, we know that the leak is, and if it's still going, we know I've passed the leak. So let's see here. Looks like it's still going. Well, that's depressing. Huh. Alrighty. I guess we'll start pinching off and going all the way up. Progress. Little bubbles that are coming from the other side. Moving through. Tells me my leak is beyond that point. I'm guessing it's on one of those trees right there. The squirrels have worked that line up quite a bit, but I don't know. Keep working on it. The mystery continues. I got it to stop. Oh, nope, now it's sucking again. Oh, now it stopped. Maybe. Oh no, there's a bunch of bubbles coming behind it. Okay. So, everything's stopped again. We are past those trees. Got it clamped off right there. But the Y that I had clamped off is right there, so somewhere in there. The hole I patched last time was right there. This is becoming a mystery wrapped in an enigma. Well, we're back to the string of small bubbles. Even after the other bubbles go through. So, the leak is between there and there. I have 2 taps in this tree. So I'm starting to wonder if I have a dead spot in the tree, or I don't know. Keep playing. We'll try that. Cut the tree in half. 1 tap on one side, 1 tap on the other. See if that'll at least tell me if it's a tap. You can see it's not moving at all now. So that leaves from there to there, and there's nothing, oh, right here, nothing chewed up from there down. A little chew spot there, but it's not sucking anything. And then this. The only damage I can find in this little area is this right here, and the next weak link would be that tap. So we're going to eliminate the tap. It's still running, whatever we have going on. So run down and check the main. Well, it must be that tiny little hole. You can see the air is moving back in it. So I kept playing with that one. I wasn't 100% convinced that it was it. And then I started playing with it. When you turn it like this, you can see it build up and then suck through. And then suck through over there. Which means the leak is up here. I don't know, maybe it's that one. Right above the sucker hole. Pinch it off and see what it does. It's getting dark. I need to stop playing. Get back to the house, but that'd be a quick test. Just plug it off and see what happens. Nope. Still sucking through. So we're gonna call it a night and say that this one might have beat us this year. I don't know. If the weather changes or something, I might come back out and give it another go. Probably bring a spotter with me so I can have a second set of eyes, so I know what's going on down at the main line, and a second set of hands and eyes to check the line and get an opinion on. Just weird. It's got to be sucking through a tree or something. I don't know. Not going to be the end of the world for this year. Alrighty, the rest of the night will just be spent in here cooking off what's in the pan. We didn't pull any off today because it didn't get cooked down far enough, and if you don't cook it down far enough, you just spend a lot of money on propane. So we'll try to get it cooked down today. We should have plenty of time to hopefully get it pretty much finished up in the pan, and then tomorrow we'll get it pulled off and finished up. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please subscribe. There's at least 2 more probably coming. I do end up finding the leak, and there's more syrup to make, and there's cleanup. So, you know, if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment if you got something to say. And as always, thank you for watching, and have a great day.